Wrestling Rampage back with another video.
Yes, we are. Top 10 most underrated wrestlers of all time. Like us on Facebook, facebook.com/WrestlingRampage2. Follow us on Twitter @WrestleRampage. And also subscribe to our YouTube channel. You get all of our videos, all of our updated videos. We produce videos every week. We don't do it every day, but we do produce videos every week. So tune into our YouTube channel.
Check those out.
Number 10 is Bam Bigelow. He's a one-time ECW World Heavyweight Champion, a one-time ECW World Television Champion, one-time IWGP World Tag Team Champion, one-time WCW Hardcore Champion, two-time WCW World Tag Team Champion, and sadly enough, he passed away in 2007 at the age of 45.
Well, Bam Bigelow, it's tragic that he don't get the credit he deserves. You know, he made Lawrence Taylor's career.
WrestleMania 11.
WrestleMania 11 with that shitty fucking match. It wasn't because of Bam, it was because of Lawrence.
He doesn't even show up for practice.
All
Lawrence
Taylor did was a bunch of fucking forearms.
Tackles.
Football tackles, goddamn, that ain't wrestling. But Bam sold it. Job for the motherfucker. So, and he had good. He's the first guy to beat Taz, by the way, in ECW. You know, and he had feuds with Goldberg and WCW. You know, he was part of the Jersey Triad with DDP and Canyon. You know, and
one of the most underrated big men.
Yeah, one of the most underrated big guys to be in the industry, and it's tragic that he's not in the Hall of Fame. He should be in the Hall of Fame for his accomplishments. I think he'll be in the Hall of Fame one day.
One day. Number 9 is Jerry Lynn, which he was a one-time GWF Light Heavyweight Champion, a one-time Ring of Honor World Champion, a two-time NWA World Tag Team Champion, two-time TNA X Division Champion, a one-time WWF Light Heavyweight Champion, and also a one-time ECW World Heavyweight Champion.
Yeah,
especially when it was in the crapper.
Yeah, Jerry Lynn's another underrated guy. You know, he had in Global Wrestling Federation had his feud with Sean Waltman, X-Pac.
1-2-3 Kid.
1-2-3 Kid, Lightning Kid, Kamikaze Kid, Cannonball Kid, whatever you want to call him in '93. He showed up on Raw and jobbed everybody. And
Pioneer in the TNA X Division.
Yeah, for Jerry Lynn. You know, making those matches, being the mentor to AJ Styles and Low Key and all those guys. You know, to make those X Division matches a little bit better. And he had good matches with Rob Van Dam in ECW.
Excellent matches.
You know, and they did do a match on WWF.
But it wasn't that good.
On Heat. Well, how long was it? About 3 minutes?
Yeah.
3 minutes to tell a story?
Wow.
You know, and he won the ECW World Title, beating Just Incredible, and Anarchy Rules, and he was in TNA, and he did some good things in TNA too. You know, he helped the X Division. He was the mentor to the guys. Now it's pretty tragic. Jerry Lynn don't get the credit he deserves.
Which leads us actually to number 8, which is Eddie Gilbert, one-time UWF TV champion, a two-time UWF Tag Team champion, a one-time USWA World Champion, and he was also a one-time Tag Team champion in the USWA. USWA Unified World Heavyweight Champion once, a two-time CWA International Heavyweight Champion, one-time ECW Tag Team Champion, a one-time NWA United States Tag Champ, and he was also a booker for ECW in the early days and late WCW in the late 90s. And it's a tragic way that he died. He died of an early age of 33 in 1995.
Yeah, Eddie Gilbert, you know, another guy that don't get the credit he deserves. He's the best out of the Gilbert clan, to be honest with you.
Doug Gilbert fucking sucks.
Yeah. You can talk to his brother Doug, but it's not worth it. But Eddie, you know, he had good. He helped in the UWF. He was in the UWF. He
Help Sting.
Yeah, with Sting and Rick Steiner is I can't remember the group they were called, but and he came in NWA, had some good matches with people. He had good matches with the Great Muta at one time, and even had a good match in '89. He started feuding with Brian Pillman too, so he was having good matches with everybody. But when he came to Memphis, he had a good rivalry with Jerry Lawler.
Oh yes, very very good matches. And we're sorry about hearing about Eddie Gilbert dying at an early age of 33, which is just tragic. Which actually leads us into another guy who is number 7 on our list, which he also died at the age of 33 in 2005, and that's Chris Candido. 3-time ECW Tag Team Champion, a 1-time NWA World Champion, a 2-time Smoky Mountain TV Champion and Tag Champion. Smoky Mountain World Heavyweight Champion once, 1-time WCW Cruiserweight Champion, a 1-time WWF Tag Team Champion. But a great wrestler, and
yeah, he was. Even though they gave him that stupid fucking Body Donna gimmick, it looked like Tony Little. He has no look like Tony Little whatsoever. And
he should be known as
Mr. No Gimmicks Needed, to be honest.
No gimmicks needed.
He don't
Chris
need
Candido.
no gimmick. How the hell does he look like Tony Little?
Which is actually what brings us into this whole list. Most of these guys don't need a gimmick.
Yeah.
They're just great, underrated wrestlers.
And about Chris Candido, yeah, he was part of the Triple Threat with Bam Bam and Shane Douglas.
Yes.
He even had good matches with fucking anybody. He even helped Barry Horowitz. Come on now.
95. Barry finally picks up a win.
Yeah. Chris didn't mind jobbing for Barry.
Oh, yeah.
He don't care. He don't care about doing jobs.
Which actually brings us into number 6, which also he jobbed a lot in WCW, but he was also a very established tag champion, which is Bobby Eaton.
Yes. Beautiful
Bobby. He was a 1-time CWA World Heavyweight Champion, a 1-time Smoky Mountain TV Champion, a 3-time NWA US Tag Champ, and also a 3-time NWA World Tag Team Champion, and also in the later years a 1-time WCW World Television Champion.
Yeah, Bobby Eaton, very underrated. He wasn't good on the mic.
Oh God!
But in the ring, he was great.
Watch the Blue Bloods if you don't believe us.
In the ring, he was great. His claim to fame was the Midnight Express.
Mm-hmm.
And he was part of the Dangerous Alliance at one time. And everything. But back in the old WCW, when he was jobbing to everybody, come on, he even jobbed to the Demon. And you're like, really?
It's tragic.
And he even lost to fucking Joe Gomez. What's that say for you?
Another guy that got treated real bad in WCW is number 5, Double A Arn Anderson. 1-time NWA National Tag Team Champion, a 5-time WCW World Tag Team Champion, a 4-time NWA TV Champion, a 1-time WWF Tag Team Champion, and he also finally got the recognition he deserved in the class of 2012 for the WWE Hall of Fame.
Yeah, Arn Anderson, thank God he's in the Hall of Fame. He was the guy who made the 4 Horsemen.
Mm-hmm.
If it wasn't for Arn Anderson starting those war games all the time.
With old Dusty.
With Dusty all the time. And he had good matches with everybody. And here's the thing that made me so mad about WCW. They never needed Arn Anderson until they needed him. If no one didn't want to do business, let's get Arn. Oh, now you want it.
That's why he is the enforcer of pretty much professional wrestling.
The thing that really made me mad was that stupid fucking NWO angle. Making fun of Arn Anderson.
It's tragic.
So fuck you, NWO. All you care about yourselves anyway.
Number 4, Flying Brian Pillman. 2-time Stampede Wrestling International Tag Team Champion. 1-time NWA US Tag Champ. A 3-time WCW World Tag Team Champion. A 2-time WCW Light Heavyweight Champion. And he also died of an early age in 1997 at the age of 35.
Yeah, Brian Pillman, you know, he was an innovator in the 80s.
Nobody's seen that type of wrestling in America.
In the United States, no one was doing that stuff. So, and Brian Pillman was awesome. You know, he had good matches with everybody. You know, he had good matches with him and Steve Austin as the Hollywood Blondes with Shane Douglas and Ricky Steamboat. You know,
epic matches. I love those matches.
Flair and Anderson. You know, he had good matches with everybody. He even had good matches when he was by himself.
He even pulled one out with Lex Luger for crying out loud.
Yeah, and it's hard to get a match out of Lex Luger.
Which leads us into number 3, which I don't see anybody that had a bad match with this guy. Mr. Perfect Curt Hennig. A one-time AWA World Heavyweight and Tag Champ. A one-time WCW United States and World Tag Team Champion of WCW. A two-time WWF Intercontinental Champion. He also got his recognition in 2007 when he was inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame. And he also died in 2003 at the age of 44.
Yeah, Mr. Perfect Curt Hennig, you know, he didn't get the credit he deserved. He should have been world champion.
Second generation superstar.
You know, and he had good matches with Bret Hart, everybody. You know, he had good matches with everybody.
Even the cock.
Yeah, it's even hard to get a... He had good matches with everybody. He was that talented.
One of the most talented guys not to have the WWF Championship.
Yeah.
Which leads us into another guy who didn't get the WWF strap, even though he should have. Ravishing Rick Rude, a one-time NWA American Heavyweight Champion, a one-time NWA World Tag Team Champion, a three-time WCW International World Heavyweight Champion, a one-time WCW United States Champion, a one-time WWF Intercontinental Champion, and he died in 1999 at the age of 40.
Yeah, Rick Rude, another guy, you know. If you want to watch a Rick Rude match, watch the matches he had with Sting.
Oh, yes, in 93 and 94,
you know?
epic.
And he, if it wasn't for Rick Rude, Ultimate Warrior would be where it was at that time.
You know, Ultimate Warrior's having, you know, 5-minute matches, even
Rick
less.
Rude wants a 25, 30-minute match.
Yeah, he stretched them out, and
I
feel sorry for him, too, on those.
Yeah, after all the abuse he took, you know.
Also a guy in the Dangerous Alliance, was one of the most popular guys in the Heenan family.
Yes, and he was talented.
Just complete great talent.
He was good as a manager too.
Oh yes, I think he would have. Well, I mean, in WWF when he was with D-Generation X, he didn't really do much, of course.
Oh, no, he didn't need to.
Well, yeah. Well, come on,
He was the mouthpiece.
It's Rick Rude. Which leads us into number 1, which is another guy who didn't win the WWF Championship that should have, which is the late, great Owen Hart, a one-time IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion, a one-time USWA Unified World Heavyweight Champion, a one-time Stampede World Wrestling International Tag Champion, a two-time Stampede North American Heavyweight Champion, a two-time Intercontinental Champion, a one-time WWF European Champion, a four-time WWF World Tag Team Champion, and he also won the 1994 King of the Ring, and he tragically died in the same year that Rick Rude did in 1999 at the age of 34.
You know, Rick, there we go, you know. Owen Hart, you know, didn't get the credit he deserved. He had good matches with everybody. Bret Hart, you know. He had unstoppable matches, you know, with Shawn Michaels, with everybody. Oh, Stone Cold, you know.
And we're sorry about the tragic way that he died, too.
Yeah, it was fucking stupid.
Thanks, Russo, for that.
Yeah.
But if you don't believe us, look up Owen Hart. Fantastic wrestler. Great on the mic. But that was the top 10 most underrated wrestlers of all time. Like us on Facebook, facebook.com/WrestleRampage2. Follow us on Twitter @WrestleRampage. And also subscribe to our YouTube channel. We got great more videos coming up, and you don't want to miss them.